Welcome moments on lifestyle and entertainment channels often feel routine, but stories like this instantly pull people in. Kelly Ripa and Mark Consuelos are not just talk show hosts, they are a long-running love story that audiences feel personally invested in. From their playful banter to their brutally honest takes on marriage, parenting, and work, they have built a reputation for saying what many couples think but rarely admit out loud. This story blends humor, honesty, and the chaos of real life, touching on everything from marriage myths to professional risks and family milestones. Beneath the jokes about childbirth and vow renewals is a deeper narrative about partnership, longevity, and choosing laughter over perfection. It is a look at how two people evolved together over nearly 3 decades while remaining candid, connected, and unapologetically themselves. From soap opera sparks to real-life romance, before they became daytime television royalty, Kelly Ripa and Mark Consuelos were simply young actors working on the ABC soap opera All My Children. Their on-screen chemistry quickly spilled into real life, forming a connection that felt natural and intense. Rather than opting for a grand Hollywood romance, they chose spontaneity and authenticity, eloping to Las Vegas in 1996. That impulsive decision laid the foundation for a marriage that has now lasted nearly 3 decades. Their story resonates because it began without excess planning or spectacle, relying instead on genuine affection and shared ambition. Over the years, they navigated the unpredictable entertainment industry, raised 3 children, and built individual careers while remaining deeply intertwined. Their journey reminds audiences that long-lasting relationships are not born from perfection, but from commitment, humor, and the willingness to grow together through every unpredictable chapter of life. Almost 30 years and still unfiltered. As Kelly and Mark approach their 30th wedding anniversary, their relationship feels less polished and more refreshingly honest. They do not present marriage as a fairy tale, but as a living, evolving partnership filled with jokes, disagreements, and mutual respect. Their longevity is impressive in an industry known for short-lived romances, yet they credit humor and honesty rather than grand gestures. Instead of romanticizing milestones, they openly discuss the realities of long-term commitment. This openness has become a defining feature of their public image. Rather than guarding their relationship behind curated narratives, they invite viewers into the messiness, laughter, and growth that come with time. Their story proves that enduring love is not about avoiding conflict, but about navigating it with trust, shared values, and a sense of humor strong enough to carry them through decades together. Why they reject vow renewal ceremonies. Vow renewal ceremonies have become increasingly popular among celebrity couples, often framed as celebrations of enduring love. However, Kelly and Mark strongly discourage the practice, and they do so with characteristic blunt humor. On Live with Kelly and Mark, Mark jokingly advised singer Rita Ora against renewing vows, a sentiment Kelly has echoed many times before. In their view, vow renewals often serve as temporary bandages for deeper marital issues. Kelly has even teased that every couple she knows who renewed their vows eventually divorced. While said jokingly, the underlying message reflects their belief that love does not require repeated public validation. Instead of grand reaffirmations, they prioritize daily commitment and honest communication. Their stance challenges the idea that relationships need ceremonial resets, emphasizing instead that lasting marriages thrive on consistency, effort, and genuine connection behind closed doors. Working together as a married couple. For many couples, working together daily would be a relationship strain. For Kelly and Mark, it became their newest challenge and greatest success. In 2023, Mark officially joined Live as Kelly's co-host, replacing Ryan Seacrest. This transition replaced the familiar work spouse dynamic with the far more complex reality of a real marriage on live television. While their chemistry is undeniable, Kelly has admitted that filming with her husband is harder than childbirth. Beneath the joke lies the truth that intimacy brings friction. Knowing someone deeply means having no filters, even on air. Yet this raw dynamic has redefined the show, bringing authenticity that audiences immediately connected with. Their comfort with each other allows for unfiltered conversations, spontaneous humor, and moments that feel genuine rather than rehearsed. A new era for Live with Kelly and Mark. The show itself transformed when Mark joined the desk. The dynamic shifted from friendly banter to something more layered and unpredictable. Their decades-long marriage introduced an energy filled with shared history, inside jokes, and real-life tension. This change resonated strongly with viewers, leading to critical acclaim and major industry recognition. The couple won back-to-back Daytime Emmy Awards, including a historic win for Outstanding Daytime Talk Series. Their success proved that audiences crave authenticity over polish. Even their reaction to winning an Emmy was quintessentially them. They slept through the announcement, assuming missed messages meant family emergencies. Only later did they realize they had won. Their response highlighted how grounded they remain despite fame. Their approach to success feels refreshingly human, marked by humor, humility, and shared disbelief. Marriage, banter, and oversharing on air. Kelly and Mark's on-air conversations often venture into territory no previous co-host dared explore. Their marriage gives them permission to tease, overshare, and disagree publicly in ways that feel honest rather than uncomfortable. Kelly's dark humor about marriage statistics and Mark's amused reactions create moments that feel spontaneous and real. Even light debates like arguing over Girl Scout cookies become audience participation events. These moments resonate because they mirror everyday marital interactions. Viewers see themselves in the bickering, laughter, and affection. The couple's willingness to expose minor disagreements makes their relationship feel accessible rather than idealized. Their banter is not about proving perfection, but about showing that love can coexist with sarcasm, disagreements, and laughter without diminishing its strength. Becoming empty nesters and embracing change. As their youngest child graduated from college, Kelly and Mark entered a new phase of life as empty nesters. This transition brought both freedom and uncertainty. After decades of parenting, their focus shifted back toward shared adventures and new goals. Rather than slowing down, they leaned into change with enthusiasm. This stage of life allowed them to reassess priorities and explore opportunities that once felt impossible. Their willingness to reinvent themselves after their children left home reflects a partnership that continues to evolve. Instead of viewing this phase as an ending, they embraced it as a beginning. Their story speaks to couples navigating similar transitions, showing that life after parenting can be rich, challenging, and full of unexpected excitement. A risky leap into professional sports. One of their boldest decisions came with the purchase of Campobasso Football Club in Italy. What began as a casual idea turned into a high-stakes investment in a struggling soccer team with a devoted fan base. The club had faced administrative failures and was forced to restart in a lower league. Mark described it as the ultimate underdog story, and Kelly admitted she initially thought they were just buying property. This venture demanded emotional resilience, financial risk, and relentless commitment. It was far removed from the controlled environment of television. Yet they embraced it wholeheartedly, learning quickly that sports ownership brings pressure unlike anything they had experienced before. Running with the wolves and real-life stress, their journey with Campobasso became the subject of ESPN's docuseries Running with the Wolves. The series captured the emotional highs and crushing lows of rebuilding a team while facing fan protests, coaching challenges, and the constant threat of failure. Critics praised its honesty, noting that it respected both the sport and the human stories behind it. This project tested their marriage in new ways. The stress of sports ownership was relentless, and Kelly famously joked that it was harder than childbirth. Her humor masked genuine exhaustion, while Mark's steady demeanor reflected the weight of responsibility. Together, they navigated pressure with humor and teamwork, turning chaos into another shared chapter. Humor as survival and connection. Kelly's now viral joke comparing childbirth to filming with Mark and managing the soccer club captured her comedic brilliance. By reframing stress through humor, she transformed overwhelming pressure into something relatable and entertaining. Her comment about Mark giving birth multiple times a week highlighted how deeply the experience affected them both. Humor became their coping mechanism, a way to survive intense moments without losing themselves. This ability to laugh through stress has long defined their marriage. It allows them to face challenges without resentment, reinforcing their bond rather than straining it. Their humor does not minimize difficulty, it humanizes it, making their struggles accessible to viewers who face their own high-pressure situations. Why their story continues to resonate. Kelly Ripa and Mark Consuelos endure because they refuse to present a polished illusion. Their marriage is filled with laughter, disagreement, ambition, and vulnerability. They openly reject traditions that feel performative, embrace challenges that test their limits, and laugh through chaos rather than hiding it. Their journey from soap opera actors to talk show hosts, parents, and sports team owners reflects a life lived boldly and honestly. Viewers see not just success, but effort, compromise, and growth. As they near 3 decades together, their story continues to unfold, reminding audiences that lasting love is not about avoiding hardship, but about facing it together with humor, honesty, and an unwavering sense of partnership.